Hey everybody, this is Tommy within a Disney State of Mind. Today we are checking into Pop Century Resort. We got a preferred room here in the 60s section, close to the Skyliner, close to the pool, and everything else that we're gonna need for this stay. So we're excited about taking you guys along with us as we explore a little bit about this resort. When you come onto the property, you're gonna have basically two options. You can go into the right, which is where it's gonna take you straight into the main lobby, or you can come over here into this great hall area. And this is gonna kind of be the hub of everything that you're gonna need while you're here at Pop. I mean, if you do need to check in, you can actually do it from over here too. But if you go over to the left, you're gonna get into this store called Everything Pop. And this is kind of your merch store. It's gonna have your t-shirts and hats and all those things. But it's also gonna have some essentials like some chips, drinks, some medicine, some things like that. As you keep going past it though, you're gonna enter into this food court. Now this food court is awesome. It's really large, has lots of options. No matter how picky of an eater you are, you can find something, even a case with Mickey bars. You've got the bakery case over here with lots of cool things to try. The tie-dye cheesecake is famous, but I had to try the Mickey shaped brownie because I love some brownies and it was really amazing. If you would have taken a right from there where we went into Everything Pop, you can actually go to guest registration. And this isn't a place that usually I'd say go because you can check in from the app, you can get into your room from the app. But what's really cool about this area is all the memorabilia. They have it separated by the decades, and you can see all sorts of stuff that'll remind you of your childhood and just some really cool Disney stuff too along the way. And what Disney resort would be complete without an arcade? Now, I know that sounds silly. Why on earth would you want an arcade on a vacation to the most magical place on earth? But these can actually be kind of fun on a resort day. And what I like about them is some of them have old games, especially here at Pop. You can see some of the old games from my childhood, back when we used to have real arcades, you know, Aladdin's Castle. Are you guys close to my age? No, probably not. But one of the other things that you can do here is you can see what activities are going on at the resorts. You have movies under the stars going on. You have some crafts. And at most of these resorts, you even have these campfires where you can go and roast some marshmallows and have a great time with your family. As you walk out of the Great Hall, you end up entering into the area that's going to have all of the different buildings. Now, remember, Pop is actually themed to the second half of this century. So you've got the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. And as you go to each of these buildings, the outside facade, the theming is going to change. You're going to see things that remind you of those times. You know, you have the cartoons from the 90s, you have toys from the 80s and the 70s, you have 8-track players and all those sorts of things. Now, for us, our favorite place to stay is in the 60s. We actually like to get a preferred room in the 60s because when you do, you're right in the middle of everything. You're right there where Petals is, you're right there where the pool is, you have great access to the Great Hall. And when you look at where this lays, it's really, in my opinion, one of the best places in the resort because you have the pool that's right there. You turn around, your building's there. Once you move from there, if you look over to your right, you end up seeing the Great Hall that's there where your shopping is, your dining, all of those things. And remember, convenience really is a big deal in these spread out resorts. And so you want something that's going to be close enough to all of the stuff that you're going to want to do so that you're not walking the whole time. And if you've got to catch a bus, you're going to need to go out in front of Great Hall anyway. And if you want to enjoy the nightlife of the resort, you're going to have to walk back to the pool anyway. So you may as well do everything right there. One thing to remember about Pop is that it is not the least expensive of the value resorts. As a matter of fact, it and Art of Animation are the two most expensive value resorts. But the reason why is the Skyliner. It really does help you get around the resorts. I mean, think about it. You still have to take a bus to Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, but you can take the Skyliner over to Epcot. You can take it over to Hollywood Studios. You can even take it over to like the Riviera or Caribbean Beach if you want to go over there and eat. So remember that though this is not the least expensive of the value resorts, it just might be worth the extra money. The rooms here are going to be very much like what you're going to see at other value resorts. They're going to have a full bathroom here that you're going to be able to separate the commode and shower areas from the rest of the room, which is, of course, really nice. Some places only have a curtain. This does have a full door. You'll even see that in the moderate resorts. It does have a full queen bed and then also the queen pull down, which is really nice. These rooms do feel a little tight for me. We've had the discussion many times if these are tighter than All-Star Music or not, and we still disagree every time we talk about it. But for the accommodations, for what they are, for Skyliner access, all of those things together, these are definitely worth the money. And with that, we are done. We hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with us here at Pop Century Resort. It's a really neat value resort. If you want Skyliner access, if you want a place to stay that's not gonna break the bank, this might be the spot for you. Remember that if you guys see us in or around the parks, make sure that you stop and say hi to us. We'd love to meet you guys. But until then, remember to keep living in a Disney state of mind. Bye, guys.